everything happens for a reason. Everything. There are no accidents whatsoever in this realm. None. And I'll tell you how things align. And how weird it is. I swear one day I'll write a book about all of my experiences and the crazy stories that I have accumulated over the years because of the amount of stuff that I've experienced. So here's one for you, how everything aligns and how soulmates happen. So this guy walks into my office a few years back, actually it was 7 years this past September, and never met him before in my life, and took one look at him and I said, "You got into a car accident this morning, didn't you?" And he looks at me, he's like, "Yes, I did." I said, "Yeah, you were coming out of the Safeway Shaughnessy, right?" And he says, "Yes, I was." And he goes, "Were you there?" I said, "No, I see it. And I said, "Yeah, you hit your soulmate. You better phone her." And he was like, "Oh, I can't believe you said that. You know, she was really hot. We were flirting over the carnage." He's like, "But what makes you say she's my soulmate?" So I go back in and I look, and the next thing I see is this guy pushing a shopping cart in the produce aisle at Safeway. And as he's coming around the bend, there is a stand of green peppers that are all like this, neatly in like a pyramid. And he bumps it with his cart. One green pepper falls onto the ground. So he bends down, picks it up, and puts it back. So I reiterate what I saw. And I asked him, I said, "Did you drop a green pepper?" He says, "Oh my God, yes, I did." He's like, "And I didn't buy any. I just put it back." I said, "That's how I know you hit your soulmate. Because an accident happens in the split of an eye. Had he not dropped that green pepper and taken the 2 seconds to stop and pick it up and put it back, he never would have been exactly where he needed to be in that moment in time in order to hit her." That was 7 years ago. They're still together. I read for both of them at least once or twice a year. So to me, that reading, it was very trippy and stuck with me for a long time, because let's go a little bit further. So how much did he need to eat in the weeks before in succession? Like, we'll say, how many bowls of cereal did he need to eat or to drink, in order to run out of milk so that he could get that before he hits the produce aisle and drops the green pepper, because everything's in alignment. So if you think about how his food had to be eaten in order for him to need it at that moment in time, because had one thing not been on that list or one thing been added to that list, he still never would have hit her, right? So to me, that reading stuck with me for a long time, because you can go deep on that. Here was the other part of that reading. I still remember he was my Friday at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. I started 11 a.m. on Fridays. He was my very first reading of the day. He booked the reading about 4 months. At that time, it was 4 months in advance. And now I'm really sorry, you guys, it's like a year in advance. I'm sorry. I was on a bunch of TV shows and stuff this past summer, and it just killed my schedule. So, but anyways, he had to book that appointment and wait that long so that right after he goes and gets his groceries, drops them off, he can head to me so I can decipher it and decode it for him and say, "Call her. See how it all works? See how it all works?" And we walk around all day long thinking it's for nothing. You know how crazy that is? Now that I'm on this side of that lack of understanding. And so in my life, I choose to walk around in a flurry of miracles, in the vibration of joy and euphoria, knowing that my next best, biggest step is just waiting around the corner for me. I live anticipating miracles like that because they literally have been shown to me.